The goal of this experiment was to obtain a reaction called electrolysis. Electrolysis is the movement of an electric current through an electrolyte medium. The reason that this reaction was chosen was because electrolysis is one of the reactions involved in hydrogen fuel cells. For this experiment, the electrolysis of salt water was conducted. To adhere to the purpose of discovering the half reactions involved in hydrogen fuel cells. The materials required for this experiment include 2 sheets of 3 inches by 5 inches of aluminum foil, 1 stirrer, 1 scruple, 1 solar panel, a pair of scissors, 2 double-ended alligator clips, a plastic container, 2 paper clips, 3 pairs of protective goggles, 1 600 milliliter beaker containing 200 milliliters of water, 2 tablespoons of salt, kitchen salt, 1 lamp, and lastly, a ruler. Firstly, 200 milliliters of water was added into the 600 milliliter beaker. Then approximately 2 tablespoons of salt was added into the water to dissolve. The salt was required for this lab to provide ions and make the water more conductive. Then the mixture was stirred thoroughly to allow for all the salt to dissolve and break down into ions. Just on an additional note, this by itself is actually an endothermic reaction. This could be discovered by feeling the beaker because the mixture was getting colder, which proves that heat was taken in from the surroundings and used as a reactant rather than a product. The 2 aluminum foil sheets were then taken and folded as the above image suggests. Then, the upper fourth of those folded aluminum foil sheets were taken and folded onto the plastic container. Then the 2 paper clips were used to hold down the aluminum foil sheets. After the 2 paper clips were put into their relative places, the mixture of water and salt was poured into the plastic container. The 2 double-ended alligator clips were then used to connect the solar panel and the paper clips. The lamp was then set up so that the solar panel could receive the optimal amount of light in order to allow for the reactant of water to be used to the full extent and produce as much of the desired product of hydrogen gas as the amounts of reactant allows. The bubbles formed indicate the release of a gas, including the desired product of hydrogen gas, but also chloride gas. The 2 different gases were found at different electrodes. This was the required setup for the reaction of electrolysis to take place.